Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jeremy Paul Bentulin. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with my content. Today, we're talking about motion in video, how a little bit of movement can add depth and increase the quality of your shots from B-roll to interview setups and much, much more. You definitely need to look into getting a slider and adding that into your arsenal. It's a great tool that can add a variety of different types of shots into your videos. The slider we're talking about today is the GVM 80-QD. Link in the description below. Stay tuned, guys. This is the bag that the slider comes in. Very nice material. I'm glad it comes in a little travel bag so we can bring it onto productions and wherever we need to go. Go ahead and open it up and show you what's inside. So, as you can see here, this is the size of the slider. It's very light. It's made out of carbon fiber, so it's not a problem bringing on different types of shoots. Here we go. We're gonna go ahead and remove the cutout little piece right here. And we have the slider itself. Okay, so here is the GVM 80-QD slider, automatic slider. So I'm gonna go ahead and place everything on the table. Included in the box, we have our ball head mount where we place the camera. You know, it's decent for what it comes with, but if you do have your own fluid head, you can actually attach it here. It comes with a 1/4-inch thread. I will show you a close-up of how big the thread is. That goes onto the base plate here. You just twist it on. Make sure they're all locked. You have 4 knobs here. The plate that it comes with little knobs so you can twist, tighten it. What I have installed is a Manfrotto quick release plate. I have all my cameras. I have the 80D, which is the overhead right now, and then my Blackmagic, which is this one right here. All my cameras are on quick release plates, so I can quickly switch from the tripod, shoulder mount, overhead mount, to my slider. I'm gonna get a couple more, but these things are a time saver, and I definitely recommend you guys getting a couple of these too. Once you start getting different types of gear, I need to get one for my Zhiyun crane to put on the gimbal. It doesn't come attached here. You just attach it to the base of the quick release plate, and then you hook that up. Make sure it's super tight. Again, this is not the best head and base plate to use. If you have a heavy camera setup, it's just really sketchy. I suggest having someone there to kind of just spot it, because you know, if your camera falls, it's a bad day. So anyways, comes with its own bubble leveler on the ball head. So we're gonna go ahead and place that in here. Once that's in, the first thing you should do is make sure that the ball head base is secured in. And then once you have the plate, make sure that you really tighten this. Again, this is holding your camera setup, and depending on what angle you're choosing and what you want to do with the slider, you want to be safe. So underneath here, we have 3 knobs. We got the big one, which unlocks the pan and the tilt. So before you can move the ball head, you need to unlock the knob. And then on the top is the tilt. Tilt it up and down, kind of move around the ball head here. That unlocks the ball. And then on the bottom, you're able to pan the actual ball head. So there you go. So make sure to lock these down nice and tight as well. You just place it on here, quick release locks in, lock the latch, make sure everything's nice and tidy, locked down to go, and then we're good. Right here is the unlocking mechanism. You can do manual slides if you want, if it's just not a super complicated shot. The reason I got the automatic slider is so that I can have a B cam on here, set loop points from A to B, and then it would go really slow, add a little bit of motion with a specific, you know, framing. And so my B camera looks cinematic, looks professional, especially on jobs. The client will love that. The included cables, you're only really gonna need one. It's gonna be the USB-A to 4-pin connector. So the 4-pin connector actually goes in here, as you can see right here. And be careful when you're inserting it, because you may bend the pins. Yeah, there you go. Locks in there. Then it comes with its own little controller. The controller is powered by a standard Sony NPF battery. As you see here, they give you a variety of cables so you can connect to your shutter button. If you're Sony, Canon, Panasonic, Nikon, and they also give you an extension cable so that you can reach your shutter. This will connect the shutter insert right here, connect it to your shutter, and then you can also do a time-lapse photo feature. It's all form-fitted with styrofoam. It's nice and thick and protected, so you know you're good to go. Once this is unlocked and the controller itself is actually turned on, the motor will turn on and you will be unable to move this manually. Once you turn on the controller, you'll be here in this default menu. You got 3 options: video shot, time lapse, and setting. Before you move into video shot, you need to go into the settings, set your start point, and then you go left on the directional pad. The slider is gonna start moving. And then once it gets to the point, you hit the middle button again, and then it'll highlight the set start point. You need to make sure you actually hit the middle button again. So there you go. To go back to the previous menu, you just hold the middle button. So now we're gonna go ahead and set the end point, and then wherever you wanna go, you just go. You can also change the speed of how slow by just holding down on the directional pad. So we'll set our point there. So now we go to video shot. You don't want manual mode. You want to just do auto mode. So that's the whole reason we got this. Auto loop or auto stop. Those are the 2 modes for the automatic. What auto loop does, when you set point A and point B, it will continue to go back and forth here on a loop until you stop it. You can set the speed, but it will basically just keep going back and forth to those endpoints. I put my ADD on here with face detection and that awesome autofocus, and I don't even have to worry about it. It just goes back and forth, and I cut it in the editing room. Auto stop is going to go from point A to point B and then stop there. So that's good for B-roll. You can set the slider to actually do a couple of cool moves. It can do a tilt pan, it can do a follow pan. There's a lot of things that you can do directionally with this. So what I showed you was from left to right. What you can do with the slider is pretty cool. If you loosen these 2 points at the end, they're little red knobs, just loosen them up a little bit. This little bar here can control the direction of the ball head. So as you can see right there, it's moving the light left to right. This is the camera, and you want it to start from here to go to point B, but you want it to also track, say, a moving subject that's going from that point to that point. So what we're gonna demonstrate is that. In order to do the following or the parallax shot, you wanna move the slider base onto the left side, all the way to the left side. Point it at your subject. We're gonna go ahead and lock down the left side of the base. So once we lock it down, we then bring it to the right side. Once it gets to the stopping point about right here, we adjust the rod so that it faces our end point. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna show you. So now it's gonna go ahead and pan the head, as you see. Boom. So now we're gonna loosen both the left and right adjusting rod brakes. What we're gonna do now is move the camera base to the left side so that it points to the left side. We're gonna move the camera to the left side, aim it to the left side. It's gonna aim that way. So now we're gonna go ahead and lock it down. And so now, as you can see, it's pointing to the right side. So boom, lock it down, and voila, you have achieved a perfect pan, as you see here. Thank you so much, guys, for checking out this video. Please hit that subscribe button if you liked the video, hit the like button, and to stay up to date with my content, hit the bell so you're notified when I post a new video. If you're interested in researching and picking this thing up, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can go ahead and check it out. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.